Have you ever looked at someone and thought, how do they do it? How do they get so much done? And then you start thinking, what's wrong with me? Why am I always behind? Why do I always feel like my to-do list is a mile long? Well, I'm here to tell you it's not your fault and that there are some simple concepts that you can learn that will make you super productive and feel like you're never behind. Just imagine, what would your life and your business look like at that point? In today's video, I'm also going to share with you some technology that you can use to make sure that you're productive and you feel like you know exactly what's going on in your business at all times. If you're looking to grow a successful business, this channel is for you. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to get notified when we post new videos each week. Hi, I'm Kirsten Graham, and along with my business partner, Jeannie Wilson, we own Six Figure Business Coaching, and we help women just like you start and build successful businesses, primarily as social media managers and freelancers. It is our goal to provide you the information and the tools that you need to grow your business and to have time for your family and your life. It's really easy to be a business owner and work all of the time and not make what you're worth. We're here to combat that by teaching you simple tips and tricks and giving you access to different tools and software that can really help you be productive and get things done in half the time. And this is not just theory. Jeannie, my business partner, still runs her social media marketing company, and she's been doing this for a decade. So what we're going to share with you is things that actually work, things that she actually does, and tools that she uses to manage her time, to get as much client work done as she can in as little amount of time as possible so that her business is profitable and she has time to build a fantastic life with her family. Time can be tricky. It can either fly by or it can drag on. So it is up to us to find ways to get the most out of each day. If you think about it, as a social media manager, it all boils down to how quickly you can get your task done. So for example, let's say you take care of your client's email marketing and it's $200 a month is what they pay you for one email. If you take 4 hours to get that email done, you're basically earning $50 an hour. The goal would be to find out how quickly you could get that email done, still the same quality, but get it done in half the time. So imagine if you could do that same newsletter in 2 hours, you're now making $100 an hour. And there's so many ways that you can do that. And over time, you'll get better and better because you learn skills, you learn techniques, you have images stored. So it's easy to grab images for that newsletter. You know exactly where to go for articles. So there are things that you can do to get better at your job, but there are also really great things you can do to manage your time to make sure when you're working on that newsletter, you're focused and you're getting it done as quickly as possible. Because again, your goal is to earn as much as you can in as little amount of time as possible, or take on more clients. So I have 5 tips for you today and a bonus tip. So let's jump into tip number 1. Have you ever heard the saying, plan your work and then work your plan? Think about this in the forms of daily planning, weekly planning, monthly planning, and even annual planning. So let's go back to that client who you do their email marketing for, 1 email newsletter a month. If you think about it, you generally have to find the content, find the images, put the newsletter together. Most of the time we send it to the client to have them approve it. So one of the things you can do when you write your contract for your client is make sure to let them know that you're going to email their newsletter to them on a certain day of the month. So maybe it's the second Thursday of each month. And in your contract, you can say, I would like for you to have any revisions back to me by end of business that Monday. So you're giving them a timeline. They know when to expect the email draft. They know when to get you back any revisions. And you can even say, if I don't hear back from you by Monday afternoon, then I'm assuming it's perfect and it's ready to go out. And the reason why you want to think about doing something like this, again, second Thursday of each month, you send them a copy of the email newsletter for them to proof. They need to get changes back to you by Monday, and then you're ready to go and get that newsletter out the following month. You always want to be at least 1 month, if not 2 months ahead. By using planning like this, it lets your client know what to expect. It also makes it really easy for you to plan all of your client work. What you're doing is you're putting a system in place of how you're interacting with each client, and it makes it really easy to exceed their expectations and for them to be really happy with your work. And it also gives you a ton of control over your schedule. The second thing I want to talk to you about is time blocking. What is time blocking? It's the simple act of blocking out time on your schedule to do certain tasks. And the point of time blocking is to not get distracted. It's been proven if we focus on one task, we can get it done quicker and we're generally going to do a much better job. So rather than jumping from thing to thing in the morning, maybe you set aside 2 hours to work on this particular client's email newsletter. And you know that's what you're going to focus on, and you know that's what you're going to get done. You also have a time limit because you have a time block. You need to get it done in 2 hours. Think about it. When we go on vacation, we're all like superhuman. The week before vacation, we get so much done. Time blocking forces you to get a lot of things done quickly because you're allotting a certain amount of time for that task. Now, some tricks to using time blocking are, first of all, make sure you leave a little bit of space between your time blocks so that you can, refocus yourself, get some water, hit the restroom, because it's also been proven that if you sit for too long focusing on tasks, you become less productive. So make sure you're scheduling some great buffer time between your time blocks. Another thing with time blocking is think about when are you most productive. So Jeannie is a morning person and she gets so much done between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. That's her best time. So she normally blocks out her most important task and the task that she needs to concentrate on to get done in the morning. I am much more of an evening person. So I'll often block out things that I really need to focus on in the afternoon. After lunch, have a cup of tea. I'm ready to really dig in and focus on 2 or 3 tasks that I need to accomplish by the end of the day. So when is your best time? Think about those things when you start time blocking because it will make a big difference in your productivity. The third tip is batching your task. And what that means is putting tasks that are similar together. So earlier I talked about if you're not multitasking, if you're focusing on one thing, you can get more things done without error. You're more productive and you're less likely to make mistakes. So let's say you take care of Facebook posts for 2 or 3 different clients. You may want to block out time where you do all the posts for all of your clients in a certain time block because your mind is already in Facebook. You're probably already in Hootsuite. You know where you're getting your images from. So knocking out all of the Facebook posts for all of your clients is a way to batch tasks. Another thing, we always recommend to our clients that they block out a specific time each week to do their bookkeeping and their invoicing. And so when you do that, you're kind of doing all of your administrative tasks at one time. And that also is a form of batching tasks. I would love to know, are you using time blocking? Do you actually batch your task? And how does it help you with your business? Let me know in the comments below. We always love hearing what you're doing. Tip number 4 is leveraging technology. An example of that is a Google Calendar. I really went kicking and screaming to an online calendar because I love my day planner. I absolutely love it. But what I do enjoy is if I'm out and about and I get a call from a client who wants to book their coaching call, or I'm meeting with someone and they'd like to set up an appointment, I can very easily just pull up my Google Calendar on my phone and book that appointment. I don't have to wait till I get back home, find my calendar, then email them and go back and forth. So things like that can make you way more efficient. Another tool that I love is LastPass. That's a place where all of our passwords are stored. And again, how much time do you waste looking for passwords? So I love that technology. I love that tool. And it's one of those things that just makes life so much easier. Now, I'm not a tech person. Jeannie is, and she will tell you I often go kicking and screaming when she offers new apps or new technology for me. So if you're not a tech person, I get it, but I will promise you it makes a big difference when you start using things like this. We also use Asana. Asana is a project management software. And again, it's really easy. If we're working on a project, I can see what Jeannie's done. She can see what I've done. We can see what our virtual assistant has done. Everything is in one place. And again, saves us time, which allows us to be more productive, which means we can earn more money and have more time with our families. So my 5th tip is have a ritual for how you end your day. Mine is very simple. I look at everything I accomplished for the day. That makes me feel good. Yay, I got a lot of stuff done. I look at things that I didn't get done and I decide when I can schedule them in. Because let's face it, things happen and you don't always get everything done on your schedule that you planned. So I always want to look and figure out what I can move forward. The third thing that I do is a clean desk policy. I make sure everything's cleaned up and put away. This was something that I learned many years ago working for a mortgage company, and they had a clean desk policy. You were only allowed to have 3 things on your desk. So like a photograph, a cup holder, a stapler, whatever they were. And I know it sounds really ridiculous. But when you're working with mortgages, you're working with people's files. So there's a lot of personal information and a lot of papers. So if you have multiple files on your desk, it was very easy to commingle them. So having a very simple process to only work on one file at a time and to have a neat and tidy desk limited the mistakes that we made, and it made us more productive. And I absolutely fell in love with the clean desk policy. So at the end of each day, I want to make sure my desk is clean and I'm very organized to start the next day. It's amazing how good I feel in the morning when I get to my desk. It's very organized. I already know what's on my schedule because I reviewed it the day before. I feel like I'm in control. I feel like I'm ready for the day. Now, again, I know things are going to go sideways and things aren't always going to work out as planned, but I feel like I'm set up to be as productive as possible. Before I give you the bonus tip, I want to remind you that in the description below, there is a link to all of the resources that we use that help us save time. So make sure to download that after this video is over. Our bonus tip is outsourcing. When you start your social media marketing company or you start freelancing, you don't always think about the fact that you can outsource some of the work. And I bet you didn't know that you can hire someone from the Philippines for $400 a month and they will work full time for you. That's 40 hours a week. And this can really help you get your client work done. It can help you take on more client work, and it can allow you to have more time off. Now, Jeannie's business, her marketing company, she actually has 2 people in the US that work for her, and she has 2 people in the Philippines. And our wonderful video editor who is going to edit this video, he is in Egypt. So we're very lucky to have great people all around the globe helping us build our businesses. And that's something that can really change your business. Jeannie and I just made the decision to hire an additional person who will just take care of our marketing for us. So in other words, this virtual assistant from the Philippines will just take care of our work, not doing client work for us. And so I started thinking, how awesome would it be for us to do a video to share how we hire? We're going to show you the website that we go to, how we write our job description, how we decide what we want to pay, and what it'll look like for you to start interviewing people in the Philippines. And we'll give you some of the tips that have helped us be very successful in that. So we're going to record that video tomorrow. So if you want to make sure you don't miss it, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell. Also, if you found this video helpful, please give us a thumbs up. That lets YouTube know you like it. It also lets us know you want more content like this. And so until I see you in the next video, dream big.